1. Grasping the function of the MAF sensor. The mass airflow MAF sensor sits between the air filter housing and the throttle body. Its primary purpose is to detect how much air is flowing into the engine and relay this information to the ECU, the vehicle's central computer, so it can determine the correct fuel injection amount. If the MAF sensor fails or loses power due to a blown fuse, the ECU receives incorrect data. This can lead to subpar engine operation, sluggish acceleration, and increased fuel usage. The check engine light illuminating, often with codes like P0100, P0101, or P0102. 2. Locating the MAF fuse in a 2012 Toyota Yaris. You'll typically find the MAF fuse inside the engine bay's main fuse box. It might be marked as EFI, ECM, or simply MAF fuse. This fuse not only powers the MAF sensor, but may also be linked to other systems, such as the EVAP purge valve or oxygen sensors. So, if this fuse blows, it can cause issues that seem like a faulty MAF sensor, even when the sensor itself is fine. 3. Signs of a blown MAF fuse. Engine feels sluggish and doesn't accelerate well. Pressing the accelerator yields a slow or weak response. Unusual fuel consumption. Check engine light appears, possibly with codes like P100, P101, P102, or P103. Engine idles roughly or shakes, especially when stationary. Difficulty starting or sudden engine stalls since the ECU can't read airflow. Many drivers mistakenly replace the MAF sensor, spending a lot of money, when the real culprit is often a simple 10A or 15A fuse that costs very little. 4. How to inspect the MAF fuse on a 2012 Toyota Yaris. Step 1. Pop the hood and find the main fuse box near the battery. Step 2. Take off the fuse box lid. There's a diagram showing each fuse's role. Step 3. Look for the fuse labeled EFI number 2 or MAF fuse, usually a 10A or 15A fuse, colored red or blue. Step 4. Use a fuse puller or tweezers to remove it. Examine the metal strip inside. If it's snapped, burnt, or misshapen, the fuse is blown. Step 5. With a multimeter set to continuity, touch both ends of the fuse. 1. A beep or movement means the fuse is good. No response means the fuse is bad. Step 6. Always swap it with a fuse of the same amperage, e.g., 10A for 10A. Never use a higher rated fuse, as this can harm the electrical system. Checking the fuse is quick and can prevent unnecessary expensive repairs. 5. What if the MAF fuse keeps blowing? Possible reasons include MAF sensor short circuit. The sensor's internal wiring or resistor may be damaged, causing excess current and blowing the fuse. Solution. Remove and clean the sensor, then test it with an ohmmeter. Replace if readings are off. Wiring or connector issues. Wires between the MAF and ECU might be damaged by rodents, abrasion, or moisture. Solution. Carefully inspect the wiring harness, especially near the air filter and under the fuse box. Aftermarket air intake modifications. Using oiled filters or non-standard intake parts can let oil or debris coat the MAF, leading to overheating or shorts. Solution. Stick with OEM filters, clean the intake path, and use MAF, safe cleaner. Defective ECU or EFI relay, rare. A malfunctioning ECU or EFI relay can also cause fuse overloads. Solution. Have a qualified technician check these components with diagnostic tools. 6. Preventing MAF sensor or fuse problems. Clean the MAF sensor every 6 months with the right cleaner. Don't use oiled air filters. Ensure the air filter box is sealed tightly to keep dust out. Check wiring and connectors during regular maintenance, especially after cleaning the engine bay or long storage. Always use the fuse rating recommended in your Toyota manual. Never substitute with a higher amp fuse. 7. Final thoughts. A tiny fuse can disrupt your entire engine's operation. Knowing how to check and replace it can save you significant repair costs and keep your Yaris running at its best. If you want to learn how to clean the MAF sensor yourself in just 5 minutes, I have a step-by-step video guide that shows how this simple task can improve performance, boost fuel economy, and help you avoid unnecessary trips to the mechanic.